slide into this one, listen.
Do you remember what your life was like? So violence at the age of 9. Dad would push my mother around. I pushed the pedal back, round the corner, laps for an hour until they finished. Came back, places were smashed, furniture's damaged, and my mother's crying, breathing heavy, red eye, sick of fighting. Pops would do the same routine. Me and your mother's playing, but I knew better. Neighbours called police, it's a domestic matter.
Yeah, obviously this is Goku, aka Gokes, you get me? And where life is like, that tune there. It's just me talking, it's me telling my story, you know what I mean? Like, in hip hop, stories seem to sound the same a lot of the time, you know what I mean? Like, you might get one rapper talking about like he shot crack or whatever, that's his story. Then another person, you get me, like they didn't shot crack, but they wanna sound like another person, so they talk about that story, you get me? Me, I talk about my story, like man's been through certain things, like man went uni, whatever, that's an experience. A lot of people wouldn't talk about that or whatever. I just put that in there, you get me? And just round it all off. So I'm not trying to say my story is the hardest story in the world. Fucking I know it ain't, you know what I mean? But it's just what made me today. So for my first mixtape, it's important for me to introduce myself. So by the time you get the second mixtape, you get me, you're gonna be like, okay, now let's move on, you get me, let's see his development. Or you have to start with introduction, like anything you do, you start with an introduction, you get me? So that's all it is, me introducing myself to you, feel me? Sometimes I listen to Spitter, and I'll be like, that's crazy. I just done a tune with Genesis Elijah and Joe Leon, that's quite big still. Move Murky's crazy. I don't know, man. Every time I record a new tune, that's my favourite for the time, you get me? Hardest thing is just pushing your music out there, like you get it on radio or whatever, and they'll give it like 1 spin or 2 spins, you know what I'm trying to say? I think they're doing their part, like they are doing their part to a certain extent, but 3 years ago you wouldn't have got no spins, but like they'll give you 1 spin, but someone else, they'll be giving their spins for years, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so it is hard in that respect, and also people are feeling the music so much, but I don't know, not really buying it yet. No, I can see, you know what I mean? Like when the main people that come out and they show and prove, people are not really buying it, like. So I don't know, man, that's the hardest part, man, just doing it for the love, really. I'm different from everybody, like me personally, it's hard for me to write club shit, like bouncy shit, and it's needed. Like a lot of people miss out on a lot of the market because they want to talk about the road and speak just for the road, which is all good, but you need a variation. But when it comes to talking about that club shit, I don't know, man. I find it quite difficult, man, because it's a bit shallow, you know what I mean? And I'm an MC that likes to get deep and like to, you know what I mean, let you know my introspective thoughts, so I can talk about that all day if you give me a good enough beat. But the club shit, you know what I mean, I don't know, man, it's not really me. I'm not really that type of artist, you know what I mean? But you need to try and practice that side, you know what I mean? So